Well, howdy, y'all. Welcome back to the Poorly Educated Podcast, where we ain't got no suits, no fancy teleprompters, just me, a busted recliner, and a brain full of questionable takes. Today's September 25th, and buddy, the world's on fire. Literally, metaphorically, probably spiritually. We got the United Nations fighting like it's a family reunion where Aunt Brenda drank too much boxed wine. Trump picking fights with Jimmy Kimmel. AI stealing electricity like my cousin Daryl stealing Wi-Fi from the Waffle House. And Tylenol apparently giving everybody autism if you believe the White House science team, which right now is just Trump with a Sharpie. So grab a Busch Light, kick off them muddy boots, and let's dive in. Segment 1. The UN General Assembly. World's most expensive Thanksgiving dinner. So, at the UN we had Zelensky yelling, "Hey, Russia's out of control. Y'all need to help." Trump walking in like, "The UN is useless. Climate change is a scam. Where's my cheeseburger?" And Xi Jinping standing up going, "Actually, we'll save the world. We recycle." That's right. The US is basically quitting group projects. China's picking up the slack. And Russia's out here crashing the whole Zoom call. And then a Syrian president shows up for the first time in 60 years like, "Surprise, remember me?" It's like when your long-lost cousin shows up to the barbecue and immediately asks who's got dip. Buddy, if the UN's supposed to be about peace, it looks more like a dysfunctional family reunion at Golden Corral. Only difference is, Golden Corral at least has a chocolate fountain. Segment 2. Gaza, Ukraine, and world chaos. Israel's bombing Gaza like it's going out of style. Casualties in the dozens every day. Protests breaking out worldwide. Hamas releasing hostage videos like it's YouTube Shorts. Over in Ukraine, Russia's throwing glide bombs. Ukraine's firing back with them ATACMS missiles. And Lithuania's like, "If y'all fly drones in my airspace, we shooting them down." That's a NATO member saying that, folks. That's like your neighbor hollering, "Step on my lawn again. I'm letting the Rottweiler loose." India's got protests in Ladakh, militias in Manipur. Sudan's got a mosque bombed by a drone. Guinea changing constitutions like my Uncle Larry changing girlfriends. And Malawi looks like it's getting a new president. The whole world is basically a bar fight where the bartender gave up and went home. And me? I'm sitting here in my recliner wondering if my biggest problem today is the raccoon that keeps breaking into my trash. Spoiler, it probably is. Segment 3. Trump versus Jimmy Kimmel, the cage match nobody asked for. So Jimmy Kimmel cracks a joke after Charlie Kirk's assassination. And suddenly Trump's FCC chairman's like, "Cancel him. Shut it down." ABC suspends the show. Ratings go through the roof when it comes back. And Jimmy's sitting there like, "Thanks for the free promo, Don." Meanwhile, Trump's administration's out here redefining hate speech. So wide that if I call my cousin Earl's chili too spicy, I might get a knock on the door from Pam Bondi. Folks, when the White House starts playing censor, that ain't free speech. That's redneck karaoke night where the drunkest guy decides who sings. Segment 4. Government shutdown. Trump's reality show edition. The government might shut down, and Trump's OMB is telling agencies, go ahead and prep your mass layoff lists. Not just furloughs, folks, permanent firings. Like it's The Apprentice, Federal Edition. You're fired. You're fired. And you too. EPA guy who still believes in polar bears. Meanwhile, DOJ's racing to indict James Comey before the statute of limitations expires. Trump's like, quick, nail him before time runs out. It's like watching NASCAR, but instead of cars, it's subpoenas. Segment 5. The economy. Gold rush and empty pockets. The stock market dipped a smidge, but investors are still grinning like hogs in slop. Gold hit nearly $3,800 an ounce. Y'all, if I find one of Grandma's old teeth, I'm trading it in for a four-wheeler. Lithium stocks doubled because the government might buy into a mine in Nevada. And Anglo-American merged with tech in a $53 billion copper deal. Buddy, I can't even get my neighbor to split the cost of a fence. And these fellas are trading companies like Pokemon cards. Germany's economy's shaky, but consumer optimism's rising. Which sounds like me looking at my fridge at 2 a.m. Ain't much in there, but maybe tomorrow will be better. Segment 6. The AI arms race. Robots drank my power bill. AI's boomin'. Microsoft's cheating on OpenAI with Anthropic. Meta stole a scientist from OpenAI. Elon Musk's XAI raised $10 billion like he's selling magic beans. And China's got DeepSeek making AI cheaper and faster. But here's the kicker. Them AI data centers are using so much electricity, they almost blacked out Virginia. Imagine, losing power not 'cause of a storm, but 'cause some chatbot needed to write a haiku. By 2030, they say pollution from data centers could kill 1,300 Americans a year. That's right. Grandma's not dying from bacon. She's dying from AI trying to write a college essay. Segment 7. Science and Tylenol conspiracies. Trump and his crew told America that Tylenol during pregnancy causes autism. The FDA's being told to slap a warning label on it. Folks, I ain't no doctor, but I do know one thing. If I believed every medical tip from Trump, I'd be drinking bleach smoothies by now. Meanwhile, real scientists found a new pain receptor that could lead to safer painkillers. Vertex is closing in on cures for kidney disease. But instead of talking about that, we're over here debating whether aspirin makes you start believing in Bigfoot. Segment 8. Weather, birds, and planet Earth screamin'. Kolkata got the heaviest rain in 37 years. Taiwan got walloped by Typhoon Ragasa. And the Potsdam Institute says 7 out of 9 planetary boundaries are breached. Y'all, that's like your check engine light being on, your oil light being on, and your gas gauge on empty, all at the same time. Birds can't migrate right anymore. That explains why the geese in my yard keep honking at 3 a.m. I thought they was just jerks. Turns out it's climate change. Segment 9. Baseball and culture wars. Baseball's wild right now. Seattle's Cal Raleigh hit 60 home runs, first since Aaron Judge. Mariners clinched the AL West for the first time since 2001. Yankees' Judge hit 51, making him the first since Babe Ruth with back-to-back 50-homer seasons. Babe Ruth's looking down from heaven like, "Dang, kid, you got my swing and none of my diet." And Kimmel's ratings soared after Trump tried to cancel him. So yeah, trying to silence comedians in America just makes folks listen harder. That's like telling my cousin Earl, "Don't touch that fence." He's touching it twice just to prove you wrong. In conclusion. So, there you have it. Wars flaring, Trump yelling, AI guzzling electricity, Tylenol on trial, the earth leaking oil, and baseball saving our sanity. The world's spinning out of control, but hey, at least we can laugh while roasting marshmallows over the ashes. Tune in next time, when I'll probably be explaining why my neighbor thinks Elon Musk's new AI can mow his lawn. Spoiler, it can't.